All right, guys, welcome back to the talk show, whatever this thing is called. I forgot we called it the talk show at the beginning. Today is Friday, August 28th, as Josh just told me. Thank you for that. Appreciate it, because I forgot what day it was. How was your week, Josh? We have not been on this show in 2 weeks, obviously, so I'll explain why here in a few minutes. But how was your week?
It was pretty good, man. My dad decided that he wants to kind of get back to the house that I'm currently in right now, so I'm going to get this house back to him and let him move back in here, and then I'm just going to kind of, me and Haley are going to go move out on our own and go get our own place out east, and it'll be nice. It'll be a good change of scenery, and it's really quiet out there. But the past couple of weeks, it's just been busy as usual at work, the same exact thing I always say, but what about you? You're not back to work yet, are you?
I've been back at work for the past week and a half or so.
Okay.
I'm kind of glad because being at home for a long time, it's just not healthy. I don't care who you are, if you're a little kid, if you're an adult, if you're an old man. It's just not really, it's not healthy mentally. So I'm kind of glad to finally be out there. One thing that I've noticed is when I'm at home for a long time.
Excuse me.
All right, Josh died.
Again.
Yeah. But one thing I noticed is if you're at home for a long time, like subconsciously, if I said unconsciously, dead. Subconsciously, you get kind of scared to just go back out there, work, live a normal life, because when you're at home for like a month, it's kind of when you're unemployed for a while and you're scared to go back to work or whatever. Like a lot of people deal with that kind of anxiety issue. And I thought when I was going to go back, I was going to, I don't know, be like more shy than usual or something like that. But nah, I was fine. I was perfectly fine.
Well, good.
I'm so used to dealing with people, dumbass people, whatever it may be, that it was easy. It was like I never left.
How do you feel about schools reopening now?
I heard that there was a few coronavirus cases that have been confirmed around our area. Honestly, I'm not too concerned because I'm pretty sure I had it, and it was nothing. Like, it's different for different people. Kids are really not immune to it, but it's so unlikely for them to get it scientifically and statistically, that I don't really think there's anything to worry about. A lot of them are still doing online school and stuff like that, which is cool. I know a few women that I work with and stuff, their kids are going back to school, and they're glad because they've been at home forever, and as much as either way you want to slice it, parents need to be away from their kids. Kids need to be away from their parents sometimes. It's not healthy. They need to go out there and socialize. Parents need to get away from their kids, socialize, mental break. So I'm glad, me personally.
Yeah.
I think it's very healthy for kids to get back to their classmates, even if they're starting school for the first time. It's important for them to not get behind. You don't want a damn 9-year-old kindergartner that just got a 6'3" first grader and shit. Like you don't want shit like that going on. So I think it's important for their education not to get behind and for them to move forward no matter the circumstance, because like I've said over and over again, I think that the whole coronavirus thing is more political than anything. Is it deadly? Yes, if you're not being aware. Wash your damn hands. Wear a mask when you're around a bunch of people, not when you're in an enclosed space, when you're in a car or something like that.
Yeah, not when you're driving your car. If you're that guy, dude, please stop.
There's people that are working on rooftops, like wearing masks and stuff, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna suffocate to damn death.
No, dude, this fucking roof could be covered in coronavirus death. I might as well be dead right now.
But
yeah. Dude, it was funny. You were saying, like, dude, like, how big, like, have, like, a 6'3" first grader or some shit like that. Like, the kids are huge nowadays, man. Like, I swear to God, man, some of these middle schoolers, like I see them walking.
I know, got a full ass beard and shit, and I'm over here 22 years old, and I still got a struggle beard going on.
I know. What are they putting in this fucking food at school now, bro? These kids are fucking 6'4", and they're like 14 years old.
How old are you? 12? What the hell?
You look like you could be my fucking dad.
You look like LeBron's dad. Oh my God, yeah, but for real, like, and I don't want to get too controversial when I say this, but I mean, especially for females, like, good Lord, you can't tell the difference between a 13-year-old girl nowadays and a 20-year-old girl. It's just, I don't know what the hell's going on.
It's crazy shit, man. The world's changing. The world is fucking changing because you just put it into perspective. I was like, damn, you're right. Like, that's how people get, like,
somebody came up to me a few years ago, probably a couple of years back. I was still working at Walmart, and a woman came up to me. So this was from a woman's perspective, so it doesn't sound sexist or anything like that. She was like, no wonder men are catching cases. You can't tell the difference between a 13-year-old girl and a 25-year-old girl
dude,
nowadays.
That's what I was just about to say, and I was going to say, dude, like, then they have the chat logs, like, that's, like, they have, like, that Dateline NBC shit, and, like, Chris Hansen is like, well, it says here that she said she was 13 and that she wanted to fuck her in the mouth. Like, he's like, well, I don't remember that.
I don't remember that at all. She said she was 24.
Says here that she's
got double Z's.
She said she was 13 and that she wanted to suck her 13-year-old titties is what it says here. Like, oh my fucking God, no. She said she was 25. Bull fucking shit.
I love him. He's so funny. Like, well, right here it says on the data that you wanted to. He just flat out says what they said in the message. That's a dangerous business right there. Damn. Yeah, this.
Holy fuck!
Is that
know. Chris Hansen? I better get the. Why
don't you just have a seat? Why don't you just have a seat? What did I do now? I'm eating a cheeseburger. What you want me? What?
Just have a seat. Just have a seat right here. Just have a seat.
Wait, I don't want to see it.
You start sitting down. You're like, how the fuck did he do that? He got me to sit down.
Some Doctor Strange shit.
He said he got me to fucking sit down.
Go ahead and drink this drink. I don't want it. What the hell? What the hell is this taste in my mouth?
Shit, it's empty. The glass is empty. He made me drink the whole damn thing.
So I see that you rang up a child that was under the age of 18. Yeah, I mean, she was buying some gummy bears. So what? Well, it said here. Well, it says here that the documentation that it states that you placed one of the gummy bears between her ass cheeks.
It actually says that you referred to them as cummy bears at one point.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Oh, God.
Demonetized.
Oh, gosh.
No, it's over with. That's enough.
Yeah, podcast ended. Right there.
12 episodes strong.
12 episodes. Oh, and the reason why we skipped last week, a lot of people asked me. Well, pretty much because me personally, you don't blame Josh, don't blame him at all. I just personally wasn't feeling doing it that week. I wanted to get back into the mindset of I was back at work and stuff like that. And honestly, I didn't really have that much to talk about that was positive. A lot of negative stuff has been going on in the world, and I want these podcasts to be more positive. And I think that's something that we have done good in the past, but have fallen off a little bit because the world is so dark, and I don't want these podcasts to be dark. And me and Josh talked in detail about that and stuff like that.
I mean, the last podcast honestly was funny as shit.
Yeah, the last podcast was good. But the views, I mean, there's a lot more important stuff going on in the world than listening to our podcast, so I understand why the numbers are down. People are going back to work, people are going back to school, stuff like that, and that's fine. We'll still be here. Hopefully the numbers will go back up. If they don't, then I mean,
nobody wants to hear me talk about wet ass pussy.
You open the door and there's
pussy
everywhere.
Oh my god, when you first when when I first watched that at work, dude, I kind of forgot that I even said anything about that, and I had it on like full blast, and a customer walked in.
And just pussy juice.
Pussy juice everywhere.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if you want to tell me this story like live for everybody else to hear, but you said you had a situation between a African American gentleman running away from you or something like that. Do you want to talk about that, or do you want to just
I'd be
tell me
glad
that?
to. I'd be glad to, because he was, I mean, and this is not racially intended in any way, but the man was obviously high on something, and it was not like, I'm not talking fucking drunk, I'm not talking
He works
like
in
like
Magnolia, y'all, if you live in the Knoxville area, so that area is
just tell
the
everybody where I
highest
work
crime
so they
area.
can come fucking hunt me down. Okay. Anyway, Isaiah's social security number is
225-652-8525.
That's my fucking dad's social. How the fuck did you get that? I'm just kidding. No, you know, basically, you know, I'll talk about it because he was obviously high and paranoid. But so basically, we were closing. I don't even remember which day it was. I don't know if it was Wednesday or if it was Thursday when we were closing. But we were closing, and I was going across the street to grab my dad's truck to put it around back so we could close up for the day, because our parking lot gets so full that we have to park stuff across the street with the people's permission, like use their parking lot to park across. So that's just how that's how busy we are. But anyway, I was going across the street, and I was sitting here because Magnolia is super busy at 5 o'clock. So I'm sitting here and I'm trying to cross the street, and this gentleman is not really walking, more like fast walking, kind of like big strides, like aggressive walking, you know what I mean? And he was he was like I could tell he was high because he had his eyes like wide open. I was a little like skeptical because I was like, I don't know if this guy's about to be confrontational, because he's walking at me like fast. So I put my keys, like I have my dad's keys for his truck are in my hand, and as soon as I start like putting the keys in my pocket, because you know I just want to have my hands free in case he is confrontational for any reason, you know, I just put my keys in my pocket, and then out of nowhere he was just like, hey brother, man, hey, I just need some food, man, I just need to eat. And as soon as I was putting my hands like all the way in my pocket to drop these keys, he like backs up and he's like, whoa, dude, whoa, brother. Like, I was like, what's the matter? He's like, don't shoot me, bro. Like, I was like, I'm don't have a weapon. He's like, oh shit, man, I thought you was about to shoot me. And then he started like, I basically just told him, and then he just kind of took off. Like, I don't know. He was high and paranoid. He's like, oh shit, I thought you was about to shoot me. Like, I guess he thought I was reaching in my pocket to grab a pistol or a knife or some shit or something.
So in your pocket, not like behind, like your back pocket or your side pocket?
My side pocket. I was wearing cargo shorts, dude. I was dropping it in the bag pocket on my on my right hip. And I was like, and he was like, whoa. And I was like, dude, what? I was like, what's the matter? He kind of freaked me out. I was like, he's like, I thought you was about to shoot me. I was like, dude.
Nah.
It's like, no. It's like, no.
I was going to hand you some gummy bears that I put in an 18-year-old's booty. I didn't know.
You said you was hungry. I mean, like, here's the thing, Isaiah, and you know, I don't want to just give anybody money, and it's not because I don't want somebody to eat.
You don't know where it's going to go.
Well, you know, I'll go buy you food, bro. Like, I'll buy you food if you're hungry, but, you know, I got to go home. You know, I'm about to leave. He's talking about, oh man, I just need money. You know, I'm not trying to say he was going to use it for anything bad, but normally when people are asking for money rather than the material they need, it's typically because they want to use it for another purpose other than, you know, I'll tell you this one story, Isaiah. One time this guy came to the shop before I was ever working there, and he came to the front counter and he told my dad that he needed money for diapers for his baby. So dad said, yeah, wait here and I'll go get you some diapers and I'll be right back. And the dude just took off. he just walked whenever dad went to the store. He's like, man, fuck that, baby. He don't need diapers.
Crying all the damn time. He don't need no day. He can shit all over himself. I don't care.
But he never came back, dude. So dad
just wanted some
diapers.
tweed.
Yeah, I mean, shit, if he just told me Dad said, fuck, if he just said he needed a beer, I'd have got him a beer. He said, I just want you to be honest.
I mean, that's yeah, people just aren't honest nowadays, especially when they're... I've had a lot of instances. I mean, we live in Knoxville, we live in the city,
Yeah.
so there's a lot of instances where sketchy people, especially if you're out late at night or something
Yeah.
like that.
But I mean, like, seriously though, like, people don't take any credit in honesty. You know, like, they're like, you know, if they would just hold up a sign and say, you know, need a beer, shit, I will buy
I
you
need
a
a beer.
six-pack.
Okay, well,
I'll buy
I mean,
you a
shit.
6-pack. I don't give a fuck. I will go buy you a 6-pack, and you better give me that sign.
I mean, unless you're
Because-
holding up a sign that says, I need cocaine so I can snort it out of a hooker's butthole. I mean, unless you're holding up a sign like that, then...
Just say, so where's the party you're headed to?
What the hell do you do in your spare time? You're just...
You hold up signs and just go to fucked up parties? Is that what you do?
Oh my
Where
gosh.
do you get these expensive habits with no money?
So, yesterday, I was getting some food on my lunch break, and I went to Taco Bell as per usual. I promise I don't eat at Taco Bell this much, guys. It's just the fast food place that just comes up, I guess, all the time. So
It's good, and it's always good.
Yeah, it's
And
good.
I'll
and
say it's
I
not
mean,
wrong for that, okay?
Yeah, but so I pulled up to the drive-thru, you know, just normal, and the guy was like, "What can I do for you?" Or no, he said, "How are you doing today?" And I said, "Oh, I'm doing good. How are you doing?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm taco-tastic." When I tell you that I lost my shit right there in the drive-thru, and I couldn't tell him what I wanted to freaking eat because he said taco-tastic, and he said it with, I could tell he had the straightest face of all time. You know, he was just like, "Oh, I'm taco-tastic. How are you doing?"
If he would have said taco fucking tastic,
Yeah, I can't, bro. I've never, it just threw me so much off guard because the one that I go to next to my house, they're just like, "I'm doing good, and what can I get for you?" He was like,
Yeah.
"I'm taco-tastic, and what can
he
I was
probably mixes it up every time. He's like, I'm burrito-rific. Like, fuck, just like changes it up every time. He's like, I'm fucking Doritos Locos Tacos Loco, motherfucker.
I'm quesadilla, fucking.
I'm batshit fucking quesadilla.
I am quesadilla."
I'm okay, Cindy.
It just threw me off guard because, you know, Chick-fil-A has their normal thing. They're just like, "My pleasure," or whatever. So I guess maybe, I think I'm going to go to Taco Bell in the next couple of days, the one next to my house, and see if they say taco-tastic. If they do, and I don't know if you're going to go there, but if you do, let me know if they say taco-tastic. I just want to see if that's a new thing. They're going to try to have
Like
a
they
new...
They keep doing it, and they just get so bored. The guy's just like, listen, I'm like beefy 5-layer shitty right now, dude. He's
I'm like
I
5
know.
hours after you eat this taco shitty, okay? It's a bad day. It's a bad
Fucking
day.
1
Fuck all
hour
that
if you-
taco fucking tastic shit.
Yeah, 1 hour if you've had a shitty day already.
It just, I don't know, bro. It just caught me off guard. I was dying laughing, and then I just got my usual. And he
Hey.
was just sitting there silent while I wasn't dying laughing. I'm not gonna lie and say I was dying laughing. But it took me like probably about 30 seconds to respond. Because I had to roll up my damn window and I was holding in the biggest laugh. And he said it again when I drove up to the window. He was talking to the person behind me. He was like, "All right, here's your card, here's your total, blah blah blah, here's your drink. I'm taco-tastic, sir. How are you?" And I was like, he said it again. It's not just me. He said it again.
Oh my god.
And he looked like one of those, "I'm here to do my job, nothing else. I don't want to talk to nobody. Everybody kiss my ass. I'm going home." Like he looked like one of those kind of people.
Yo, did you see Elon Musk demonstrate that Neuralink thing?
Nah, I've been
Did you hear about it?
nah. I did
Let me
not.
explain it. Let me just explain it basically. So, I'm sorry to kind of like change the subject, but I did
No,
want
it's
to
all
mention
good.
this I just wanted to mention this real quick. So, Elon, y'all know Elon, fucking quickly becoming one of the richest people in the world, which he already is. But I mean, he's about to be number 2 instead of number 4 or whatever he is right now. Because him and Jeff Bezos are partners on the SpaceX bullshit and all that. You know, y'all saw the picture. SpaceX. Y'all saw their special SpaceX suits. And they're fucking...
Got special
Anyway.
whole sex suits.
But this Neuralink thing that Elon Musk, it was like an hour-long video. So if y'all don't have an hour for this podcast, then you don't have an hour for that shit. You know, you don't even deserve that technology. So don't even listen to Elon. Don't invest in any of his shit. We'll be alright. Anyway, Elon, so basically this Neuralink thing, Isaiah, is supposed to be an earpiece that is supposed to, I guess, react with your brain receptors to allow you to be able to control computers and TVs and tablets and phones and all that shit with your brain only.
That's some Black Ops 3 shit.
Imagine getting hacked, bro. Like, you're sitting here trying to, like, cook and some shit. You fuck around, somebody forces you to burn your fucking house down, kill your family. The TV records the whole thing because you got Neuralink. You fucking spent 10 grand to fuck up this house.
You just pull out and piss on them.
Yeah, I spent 10 grand to fuck up my entire house's security system.
Goes back to the robot bitch thing.
Fuck around, got a robot bitch with a robot ass. Can't even have sex. She fucking hit me with a metal ass. Wow, ow, 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 ow.
Bow, ow, 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 ow. She canceled. She ordered me. She ordered 52 different demonstrations of Dragon Ball Z on my Amazon. I didn't even know there was more than one version. I knew there was Kai and Z. She got Z, H, W, Q. I don't know.
She fucked around and bought all of Toonami.
You are $5,600,000,000 in debt.
So fuck.
Oh my god. There was something else I wanted to talk about. Something else funny that happened this week. I mean, my whole job is funny. I could probably talk about my job all day. Just the dumbass people that come in and out of there. Damn. Let's see. We are 22 minutes in. Do you want to touch on the more serious stuff now, or do you want to wait a little bit?
You can take the floor, dude.
Okay, so this bastard Jacob Blake. I bet people are going, oh, so this is how we're gonna start this.
Welcome back to the podcast.
No, not bastard. I mean, he is a bastard, but that's a whole nother thing. If you guys haven't heard about it, I don't know how you haven't. So pretty much this guy named Jacob Blake, his baby mama or girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, whoever it was, the actual phone call has been released. I listened to it earlier. They were calling because he stole her keys and wouldn't give them back, and she wanted nothing to do with him and wanted him gone. But he would not leave, and he would not also give her keys back. So that's what it was. Cops went out there, checked everything out, and they ended up trying to arrest him, which he, obviously resisted arrest. He had a knife on him. There's pictures that he was actually holding a knife when he was walking away from the cops. They were telling him to drop the knife. He did not listen. Now, reports were saying that his kids were also in the car. Okay. Now, people can look at this one of two ways. I think the more logical way is saying, you're a terrible father if you are resisting arrest with your freaking children in the car, and you're putting their lives at risk as well. Not only did he do that, but he went and got in the freaking car, where he got shot 7 times. Now, I don't condone getting shot 7 times. 7 times is a little bit overkill. Mm-hmm. Like, 2-3 times max. He's not dead. He is paralyzed from the waist down. But he also apparently said to the officers he had a gun in the car, and he was reaching forward for something, and that's why they shot him. It was justified. That is my opinion. You are welcome to argue with me in the comment section or wherever. Yeah, but that's my opinion. So I don't know why people are going crazy about that. It's kind of the same situation with the Breonna Taylor situation. She was like knee deep in the dope gang as well, and people don't want to acknowledge that or do their own research, and are painting her, Jacob Blake, George Floyd. They're painting all these people as angels, like they were just a innocent bystander walking down the street sipping some damn tea, and a cop pulled up on them, called him the N-word, and shot him in the head. That's just not how it happened. Like, all these people could have completely prevented their own deaths by making smart decisions in life. And not only that, if they weren't making smart decisions in life, you can at least not resist arrest. Now, for the Breonna Taylor situation, that's different. They did have a no-knock warrant. It's really hard to get a no-knock warrant. You have to have a thick page of evidence to even be able to have a no-knock warrant. So they had lots of things against her and her boyfriend. There's documentation out there if you want to look it up. Quotes, full conversations between the people. Evidence is out there. People just don't want to look it up. LeBron James. But then there's this situation with this white guy. What's his name? Remember his name, Josh? Let's see. Let me look it up.
Shot.
Let's see.
Who are you referring to? Are you talking about the kid that was...
Yeah, the 17-year-old, Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's videos out about him, too. They're labeling him a white supremacist. Stuff like that. Because he went over the border of the state line border to, quote-unquote, kill black people. That's not what happened at all. Honestly, all he did was travel 30 minutes just to protect his buddy's auto shop. And I guess somebody was attacking one of the cars, trying to set something on fire. You never know with these protests, or riots, sorry, not protests. So somebody chased him down, threw something at him. He turned around, and it looked like he was not wearing a shirt. He had like a red face mask, turban looking thing on. And Kyle shot him several times. And I'm pretty sure he's dead. I'm almost positive he's dead. So he tried to call the cops. I guess they wouldn't answer. 911 wouldn't answer or something like that. So the cops were right down the street. He decides to run down the street, and he gets chased down by 3 or 4 males. One of them has a gun. One of them has a skateboard. The other one pushed him down, tried to kick him in the face. The guy with the skateboard hits him in the back of the head, goes to the side. Somebody else approaches him with a gun.
I'm sorry. Bro, I'm sorry, bro. When I think of that whole skateboard situation, like, you're running up on somebody with an AR-15.
With an AR-15 with a skateboard.
Now, I've heard of bringing a knife to a gunfight.
A skateboard. That shit must be some Captain America freaking vibranium
shit was made out
skateboard.
of fucking kryptonite. You thought that nigga was Superman.
So, and then the other guy that had the gun, this was some G shit right here. So he was about to shoot him. He blew his whole arm in half. Like, he ain't ever gonna be able to use that arm again.
Yeah, he blew his like bicep off, bro.
Yeah. He had perfect aim. I don't know if that's where he was aiming, but if it was, I mean, somebody definitely taught him how to shoot. That's all I know. And then somebody else approached him, and he shot him in the chest, I think, one time.
No, he didn't survive being stupid. I mean, there was other people armed. Like, he could have very well been hurt or killed if he wouldn't have done what he done. Like I said, dude, it's at the end of the day, it's you or them, and he chose his life.
Yeah, the only thing that they're going to have against him is that he was 17 and he was armed. That's the only thing.
Yep.
Everything else, he protected himself. You have the right to self-defense, and in the state of, it was Wisconsin, right? In the state of Wisconsin,
yes,
you have full rights to defend yourself if you feel that you are at bodily harm or your life is at risk. You can use aggressive, and, you know, you can shoot somebody if you're in that situation. Only thing that they have against him, like I said, he's 17. He'll get a minor charge. Right now, on his record, it says murder and stuff like that, but I think that when they actually see those videos, all that will go away. So, yeah, I know we talked beforehand, but I kind of already know how you feel about that situation. Do you want to voice it anymore?
No, not really. I mean, from the Jacob Blake thing, and in that entire situation with that young man getting involved with that, you know, the only thing that I could see to have on that young man who was defending himself was he kind of inserted himself into the situation by choosing to go in as an underage, armed individual, which I'm totally, I'm not opposed to, people under the age of 18 learning how to use firearms and all of that stuff, but I mean, and I'm not even opposed to them having firearms with them, but when it comes to carrying them openly and using them in a defensive situation, I feel like you should, if you haven't been trained your whole life, and unless you have special privileges, you need to be of legal age to possess and use those firearms. But he inserted himself into that situation, just trying to protect businesses, protect his friend's body shop. But, as a result, he got himself in a pretty fucked up situation, and now he's got to fight for his freedom. He could die in prison if he doesn't get out of this, which I'm sure he will. If anybody with a proper mindset that sees his situation would know that he was being threatened and he could have potentially been killed. So, but he can still definitely serve prison time for using that weapon in a deadly situation like he did, being an underage individual like he did. But in the Jacob Blake situation, that was a totally justified shooting in my opinion from what I saw. I'm pretty sure there's only footage from that one angle that I saw. I don't know if there's body cam footage for the police officers released yet, but I'm sure there will be. I didn't see any children in the car of that video either, so I didn't know if there were any actual children in that car.
That's what the reports were saying. I'm not positive if there was children in the back, but there was two different angles. There was one that was from the side of the car, and there was one, that lawn that with the mattress and stuff. To the left of that, there was somebody filming over there, and they were filming way before there, and it shows where the cops had him on the ground, and he got up, shrugged him off, and
wait, so they had him on the ground, like,
yeah, they had him
didn't
detained
have
and
him
everything already.
So how did he get up uncuffed if he was already detained and on the ground?
I'm not sure. I mean, I guess he just used manpower. I don't know. I mean, cops are scared to even damn near touch people nowadays. So, like I was about to say with the whole the 17-year-old kid, cops' hands are tied, and that's the reason why he was out there. I mean, they're just letting these things happen because they have no other choice. I mean, everything's police brutality right now. Everything. It doesn't matter what they do. Everything is police brutality. I stand against police brutality because does it exist? Yes. Does it exist at a rate that people are saying? Hell no. No, not at all. And last thing I'll say on the matter is LeBron, shut the hell up. The entire NBA, shut the hell up. You look stupid. None of y'all are oppressed. You are all millionaires. Some of y'all 100 millionaires. Some of y'all billionaires. Shut up. LeBron was like, "Oh, we can't even go outside without being hunted down." Shut up. You live in like
Nobody's
the most
hunting LeBron down.
There's people that would go up to him in the airport and kiss his feet, his nasty ass toenails,
Big old
just
size
to even
fucking
take a picture with him.
16 fucking big ass feet.
White kids.
Oh yeah, and you know what's funny? Like, dude, oh my god. I mean, like, he's got private security, man. I mean, like, nobody's hunting LeBron James now. I'm just...
I guess what his whole point was is he's talking for other black people out there, but he
They're
also
not
didn't
being-
mention that, hey, Jacob Blake was resisting arrest. Hey, if he didn't resist arrest, he probably wouldn't have been shot. And by the way, I didn't mention this earlier, but Jacob Blake was being arrested because he had a third-degree sexual assault. You know what that means? That means he either raped a minor, which that is actually factual at this point. He raped a 14-year-old. So I guess that's y'all's hero. I don't know, a 14-year-old child pedophile rapist. I guess that's who y'all are chanting for and burning stuff for. That's who LeBron is standing for. So it just don't really make any sense to me. It pisses me off because I love basketball. I know Josh hasn't watched basketball like in the past few years, but I know he loves basketball.
I respect the fuck out of that sport. But people are making me not want to watch that shit anymore, dude.
I don't even care if it says vote Donald Trump across I don't want to see that on the court. I don't want to see anything political in my sport. That's why we watch sports, to get away from reality for a few hours. That's why we watch them. That's the one thing in the aspects of our life that where we can unite, like sports fans. That's the, yeah, we have arguments and stuff about which team is better, which team deserves this, which player is better, stuff like that, but it's all love at the end of the day. And that's gone out the window. So it makes me sick. Like, I don't know if the NBA will ever recover for me, honestly. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to see it. I don't want anything to do with it, because they're standing for such a hateful movement. And I can't. So, but yeah, that's how I feel on the important topics. We'll get to some more lighthearted stuff. So, Josh, once you move over there, how many bedrooms is it, dude? I don't want to get too personal, but is there room for maybe we could set up a little area in that house and do these things live now, possibly?
It's a possibility. It's just I'll be doing good to get what I have set up like here, because the area that I'm going to be moving all my computer stuff to, it's not going to be quite as open exactly. But I mean, I'll have more. I guess I'll have more room for my equipment, but I won't have so much room to like actually have like you sit next to me and all that shit. So we would I was about to ask you the same thing. I was about to say, what are you looking like on your situation right now?
Well, right now, like I said a few podcasts ago, I've decided I'm going to go back to school, and I'm going to eventually go to law school. So I don't know. I was supposed to move in with 2 people. I don't know where that stands right now. Haven't really talked with them about it, honestly. And I know at least one of them is listening to this right now, but I'm not really going to take the charge on that anymore. If they want to live with me, then they can come with me, and because it should be a unified effort in looking for an apartment and looking for wherever you're going to live. It should be a team effort in that. I'm not going to lead the charge on absolutely everything. So, yeah, that's kind of where that stands. I haven't really told you about that, but I'm definitely moving out of this house within the next year. So my mother is actually, my mom and stepdad, they are going to be selling this house soon, and we're going to be they're going to be, I don't know if I'm going with them, probably, honestly. Going to go live out in the country for a couple of years. Just to get away from all this craziness in the city, because where I live is a really violent area. Like I said, Josh works in a very violent area. Knoxville is a very violent city. Crime rates are top 10% in the country. So it's not like Chicago or something like that, but it's still pretty freaking bad.
I'd have been gone a long time ago if it was like Chicago.
It feels like Chicago, where it's a war zone and people dying, getting shot like 2-3 times every day. Then
you can't even apply for a concealed carry permit in Chicago.
Yeah, and that's honestly part of the problem. People can't really protect themselves. But I mean, the biggest problem is obviously just the gang violence.
But
no fathers in the homes, stuff like that. Can't teach their kids from right and wrong. Like, then they look for a father figure in gangs.
Yeah. You and I are going to move out of these violent areas. Or, I mean, Powell's not so awful.
No, you live in a pretty decent. You probably live in one of the better areas in Knoxville.
Yeah, I'm not saying that some crazy shit doesn't happen here, because one of my best friends got killed not even 200 yards right here from my house. Cameron Smith, rest in peace. Hope you resting easy.
Me and you were both friends with him. That was a tragedy.
He was a good kid, and he didn't even, that was not a situation that
over
he put
some
himself
weed.
in. Over $80 of fake money and some weed, and it was not even a situation he put himself in. It was a lie that his friend told him, not going to mention any names, to avoid backlash to him, as much as I would love to release your address and your name. Anyway, you're in prison now, so it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, he's probably getting butt raped.
Yeah, it's fine with me. Cameron, may you rest in peace, brother.
Cameron, rest in peace, man. I miss you.
But I'll tell you what, man, we're gonna move out into much quieter areas. now that I think about it, the place that I'm moving to it's 2-bedroom, and me and Haley are only going to stay in one room. In the other room, I guess it's just going to be kind of like a guest room, but it's probably already furnished and shit like that. So I don't know, man. I'll have to figure it out. But the whole office space that I see there is like a sunroom, so it's like wide open, and you can like look out and see like a bunch of farmland, and it's just really an inspirational. I'll have to send you some views from the 6.
The whole damn album.
Yeah. You'll have to show up there sometime. We'll hang out and shit, and I'll let you
definitely.
I'll let you check that shit out.
Probably be the new spot where we make skits. Which, hopefully we can do some more of those soon. I know we haven't done any recently. It's just been so crazy. Haven't really found the time.
We had to re-record the Skyrim poop stuff. I gotta come over one day. I gotta come over one day, and we gotta knock a bunch of those out, and then I'll be like, all right, see you in a few months.
I know, right? Record 150 videos in one day. All right, well, I'll see you next year, dog. But
got content for like a whole fucking decade.
God, they've been wearing the same shirt for 6 years. What the hell's going on here? Got the same haircut, same bandana, same everything. What the hell?
Why is he wearing a mask?
What the hell, man? Year 2048. Damn, what the hell? Why is he wearing a mask? It was a bad year, 2020. But yeah, I'll definitely have to come through. We have so many skit ideas, it's not even funny. So, do you have like neighbors and stuff, or do you have like your own land? What's going on with that?
Okay, so here's the situation. Okay, I'll explain the entire situation. Okay, it's a house that belongs to Haley's parents.
Okay.
But it's like a double wide trailer that's had a house built over it. So depending on where you are in the house, with the Wi-Fi, with the internet router being in like the middle of the house, it's like double layered. So depending on where you are in the house, like the Wi-Fi is complete ass. but there's about probably 2 acres total with like the new backyard. Like it's gonna be a wide open backyard. I do have neighbors, one of which aren't even really occupied in the house. Like there's nobody really staying there. And then on the other house, on the other side, it's just another double wide trailer with nobody really, and they're not terribly close. They're probably like 500 feet away, like totally out of view. You couldn't see them through the tree line anyway. And then the people across the street, they're probably 200 yards away as well. So you're really pretty isolated. It's super quiet. I don't have to hear that railroad track noise.
Oh God.
I don't have to hear the fucking Emory Road traffic anymore. So
at least you don't have to hear the interstate every night. Good Lord.
Dude,
wow.
Now, I couldn't imagine living at your crib. Now, I mean, I've stayed at your house before, but I guess I didn't really stay there long enough to realize, like, that fucking interstate's fucking loud.
I mean, you get used to it. Honestly, sometimes at night it's kind of peaceful just to listen to it. But when there's a wreck or, just a loud ass motorcycle going down, I have train tracks right next to my house as well. So it's just loud as hell. Just crackheads everywhere. There's broken down cars everywhere on my street. Property values probably sunk in my area. Honestly, that's why we're trying to sell the house as quickly as possible, because the crime is rising so rapidly in this area. And it's not ideal. So getting out to the country, I think, will be good for me. I've never lived in the country that I can remember. I think I lived in the country when I was like 3-4 years old, something like that. And then we moved out to the city in Knoxville. And I think it'll be good for me to go out there, learn some more things that a man should know, more things about cars, how to protect myself with guns, stuff like that. Just learn some more life lessons that I didn't get to learn because I never really had a father. So I think that'll be good for me. And then I can go off to school and make some good ass money and go on from there. So I'm excited. It's scary, kind of, because I've known nothing but city life. Period. I've always lived in the city. You live in PAL, so you kind of have a mixture of both. But
I'm still dealing with the country police, man. You know when you live in the country, when you've got sheriff's deputies, that's considered country once you got sheriff's deputies. But once you're out in like the city type areas, when you're out near like Broadway, or you're out on Gay Street or anything, you're dealing with the police. So like I didn't really understand the difference in jurisdictions. So people like, oh, you live in the country, you're dealing with fucking KCSO and not, KPD. And like, who gives a shit?
LSPD, Los Santos Police Department. So there's a few new games that were released recently, like the trailers and stuff like that. The new Call of Duty was revealed. We'll talk about that a little bit. We'll close out the podcast in the next few minutes, but I want to close on this. So Black Ops Cold War. Me personally, I can't wait, because Black Ops 1 was my favorite Call of Duty. I don't know about you. That was my favorite Call of Duty. And this is a direct sequel to that game.
Yeah.
So I can't freaking wait.
So this will be, correct me if I'm wrong, but this will be the second time that Call of Duty has ever portrayed a real U.S. president in the campaign.
Yeah, so first one was Black Ops 1 with JFK.
Yep.
And then this one with Reagan. And arguably Reagan's one of the best presidents ever, so that'll be pretty freaking cool.
They had a bunch of fake-ass presidents and the other ones.
Yeah, they had the USS Obama or whatever in Black Ops 2.
That shit honestly happened.
And then they had Madam President bitch as the president. She looked like a damn off-brand Hillary Clinton.
Yep.
But yeah, besides that, I like it because I love the whole Vietnam, the whole Cold War era. I just think it's such a cool era, and games have not been really, they haven't really portrayed that era of time, like the secret war that was going on between Russia and the US and stuff like that. I just think it's so cool, and I can't wait to get back to the characters of Mason, Woods, and I don't know if you know this, but they're actually letting you create your own character for the campaign. And
I didn't know that.
I guess the creation is not going to be that varied. I guess you can pick like a face, what he's going to wear and stuff like that.
Change the way you say every fucking mission we go on is illegal.
But that guy with the scar across his face? I don't know.
Oh, you mean Scarface? Sure. Yeah, that's my boy,
yeah.
Bro. I know Scarface.
The guy in the trailer with the sunglasses.
Yeah.
With the scar across his face. Not Hudson, but the other guy. I think that maybe he's supposed to be the created character. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But he seemed like he had a pretty prominent role in the campaign, and I don't know where our character, because they released a whole cutscene. I don't know if you watched the whole cutscene.
It's actually Soap's grandfather.
Imagine. But I mean, apparently they are connecting the universes now, though, because they released all that stuff in Warzone. So I don't know if they're wanting to go a route to where, like, Modern Warfare will be the modern times, and then the Treyarch will take over like the older times. It'd be a nice balance for once. Besides future, past. Like it'd be nice. What'd you think about the trailer? I thought it looked awesome. I'm excited for it.
I was just blown away by the clarity. And dude, Isaiah, in the next couple of years, we are not going to be able to decipher real life from video games, dude. It's just fucking...
It's crazy. That was on the PlayStation 5, bro. Like, all that stuff.
I could not believe how realistic Ronald Reagan looked on that fucking screen.
Yeah, dude. You could count every wrinkle. Like...
That motherfucker's his throat wrinkles and folds were fucking real.
Yeah, it looked like Thanos' chin.
Could you imagine if he went skydiving, bro? He'd be like a flying squirrel, dog.
Gotta love Reagan, though, bro. He was
Except for the war on drugs. There's
But-
certain drugs that shouldn't be out there, but some drugs are actually very helpful.
Oh my goodness. But that was released. Did you see that new Batman game? That's gonna be like about the Bat family, not necessarily Batman. It's called Gotham Knights, I think. Did you see anything about that?
No, I don't think so.
Well, after the podcast, pull it up real quick. I don't know if you like. Do you like Batman? Didn't even ask.
I played Arkham Asylum a little bit, like on the original Xbox. But I mean, that was about it, dude.
I mean, when I was growing up, I didn't really like Batman, honestly. I was Spider-Man. But when I like watched the movies and played the games and stuff like that, he's my second favorite superhero now. But he's not going to be in this game. He's supposedly dead. I say supposedly because it's kind of hard to just kill Batman. But he could be dead. I don't know. Batman's not in the title. It's titled Gotham Knights, but it's about like Batgirl, Nightwing, Robin, Red Hood, all the side characters pretty much. And the graphics look freaking amazing. That's one of the main reasons I want you to watch it. I don't care if you don't like Batman or
Isaiah,
whatever.
I think
just
you
the
cut out.
graphics. I cut out. Am I dying?
It appears
You
that
not
I've
hear me?
lost Isaiah.
You lost me?
Yep, I
Oh,
couldn't
shit.
hear you, dude. You cut out pretty bad there for a second.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, that's the first technical difficulty.
Difficulty.
That's the first fucking damn cock difficulty we've ever had.
A lot of. But anyway, what was the last thing you heard?
Oh shit, I don't know. I heard a bunch of. That's what I heard.
Well, just go watch the trailer and just look at the graphics. That's all that really matters. Even if you don't like Batman, don't care much about that. Just the graphics.
Fuck.
That, and I'm excited about the Spider-Man game, obviously.
Oh my
But
god!
Call of
I
Duty.
was just looking at some of the clips, like some of the photo shots or whatever. That looks amazing.
Yeah, next gen's gonna be some shit. I know people talk about PC, PC this, PC that. The games don't start to look better until the next generation of consoles. Let's just be completely honest.
Man, I tell you
Because
what, it's
game developers make games for consoles. They don't make them for PC exclusively. Sorry.
they're about to have Robert Pattinson play the next Batman in the next Batman
Oh,
movie.
did you see that trailer?
Yeah,
It was really good, in my opinion.
good,
I
but
like the
I
dark
mean,
vibe.
I mean, Robert Pattinson can barely play a fucking vampire, let alone one of the most iconic.
He's gotten a
fucking
lot better as an
superheroes.
actor recently.
That's because he fucking actually quit acting and decided to go work on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never been a fan of Twilight. I thought it was cheesy, sparkly ass
Cheesy as
vampire.
Fuck. Cheesy as fuck.
But that trailer was really, really, really cool. That movie's not going to be out until like October of next year at the earliest.
He's gonna
But
make
I liked
so
the
much
really,
money.
I liked the really dark vibe of it. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the movie Joker, but I kind
The
of got
most
that
recent one?
vibe from it, and that movie was fantastic.
You talking about the one with Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah.
That was a
Um,
good ass movie.
Yeah, and I was getting those kind of vibes from that. And Riddler's apparently going to be the main villain. He's a really, really good Batman villain. Yeah, so he fits the suit really good. He looks kind of weird as a young Bruce Wayne, but I mean, he's a really young, edgy ass Bruce Wayne, and I'm okay with that. And it's kind of weird because, what's his face, the one from Justice League, I can't remember his name right now. But the other guy that plays Batman, he's apparently returning as Batman too, so there's going to be different parallel Batman films going on. It's going to be kind of weird, but it is what it is. But yeah, I think we've rambled for about 55 minutes now, so sorry for missing last week for those of you guys that actually listen to us every week. It wasn't really intentional. It was just kind of something that I felt like I needed to do and we needed to do as podcasters, if you will. So But for those of you guys that actually do listen every single week, I really appreciate you, honestly. I think that me and Josh both kind of use this as just like a week recap, kind of escape thing, just to get stuff off of our chests and stuff like that. And it feels good after we're done filming it. It feels good. So yeah, Josh, I'll let you close out everything if you have anything more to say, sir. Whoa!
Burning purple flowers. Oh man, we really appreciate you guys, and we appreciate you tuning in, even though that it hasn't been so many of y'all recently. Kind of like Isaiah said, we have taken a little bit of a break, kind of just to recollect, try to take a different approach of the way that we're doing this, and see if it helps. We were pretty, we were blowing up a little bit at first, and then it kind of just seemed like, we have only a specific audience now, which I don't appreciate. I like to be able to expand and people to listen to us. So we're gonna try to keep things joking and lighthearted. Talk about some serious stuff. But keep it an even mix. We don't want this to always be a serious political channel. We want this to be as kind-hearted, as real as possible, without hurting too many feelings. And if we do, we always said from episode 1 that we don't care. If you're subscribed, we appreciate you. We really love y'all. Share the video, like the video. It always helps. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. And we'll see you guys next week. And I'll probably be filming in a new location. So we will see you guys then. And always remember to be yourself and stay true.
Stay true.